to another video, and today we're going to take you to the back of Rampgill. It's one of my favourite mines. The reason we're doing this today is because I recently had a back injury and it's not fully healed, but I think it can put up with this now. So me and Gary are out and we're going to take it very steady down there. So yes, this is one of the areas on the way to Rampgill's main drift, and you can see this arch here. So it looks, I'm not sure how this works out, because it looks like there was a drift higher up originally which got destroyed when this workings went through it. But we're going to now head off into the distance to Whiskey Bottle Junction. Not quite at Whiskey Bottle Junction, but here are some lovely calcite formations. Really beautiful. Wow. This really is a pretty mine. There we go. Wow. Okay. Let's just continue. Right, here we are at Whiskey Bottom Junction. As it states, this is a junction. Some woodwork up there. But when they first got in here, when they reopened it, there was apparently a single whiskey bottle on here. It's grown a bit since then, as people leave their tributes, and this one here apparently is the original entrance from the 1600s pipes up there. And you can go there, but it's very, very slimy and difficult to get out to the end, so we don't tend to these days. Right, just a bit further on, and here's one of the incredible raises that you get in the Northern Pennines, and stone arched, stone lined, big arch at the top there. Wow. I mean, they obviously did it for a reason, because this takes time and money, and that's something they didn't want to waste, so obviously some reason they did it, but I'm glad they did. Although I imagine they didn't enjoy it at the time. Maybe someday. There we go. We shall now continue on. Right, just a bit further on, and I have these beautiful formations here. And that's J. Owen's crosscut. We'll do a video on that someday, but there's a lovely formation there. Beautiful mine this. I'll never tire of seeing this mine. Look at those. Incredible. Wow. Neat. And there's Gary climbing up there. Normally I'll go up there, I've got past videos of it, but with my back as it is, I am not today. So leave Gary to have the fun. Like gold. It's affectionately known as the River of There's workings up there. I've only ever seen one person get up there. There we go. Let's come with some ladders and get up there sometime. We shall continue on down along the drift, just taking it nice and steady. So this is the route into the sun vein. We have got a video on this. I'll put a link up top of the screen to that. But if you just go around the corner here, you see, as well as some artifacts there, wooden airbox. Not many of them surviving. Very old, probably early 1800s, late 1700s, early 1800s. A lucky survivor. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is the engine shaft. It goes, I think, about 300 feet down. I'm not getting closer than this. Until recently, there was a wooden platform there. Then this water started coming through, rotted it, and last year, well, earlier this year, it was sent sailing down there. So yeah, and it's in its own little chamber here. You can see. I think there's actually some wood now. Mine gas. And that wasn't me before I got blamed in the video. And you see the compressed air pipes coming up here and going on further into the mine from the coming all the way from the brewery shaft, which is quite a distance to here in lower levels. Right, here's another example of a raise, and you really wouldn't want to try and climb this bugger, because that ladder is too hard. Another one up there. One day these will fall down, but not today. And you can see it's associated, oh shoot, here with all this. I've been told some of these are actually mineral, they're not life. I think that's a fungus. But we are going that way. Sometimes in these mines you get some weird mysteries like, why does this raise have an arch at the top? Either built it because it's loose ground above, or sometimes they'll block off raises that went higher when they're not needed for some strange reason. Only the original guys know, and they're long since gone, so we can't ask. So here we are in this little chamber, and here's our pipe still going on down the line. Right, there's the door, and this is known as the Norpex dig. Started in the late 80s apparently by a group, and most of the mine back here was collapsed badly, but they spent 20 years digging it out. That's a lot of money it cost them, but one day they just disappeared, and it had 3 hydraulically activated doors in a row to keep people out. They've since been removed and we now explore down there, so would you like to go first, Gary, so people can see the scale of it? To demonstrate. Human scale. Thank you very much. My glamorous assistant here. There we go. It used to be a lot narrower because there was a frame in, but they've taken the frame out since. But having recently still recovering the back, I'm going to have to take it very gentle from there. Right, Gary's just found a tomato juice bottle. This will be from the 80s from the dig.
Still sealed.
Still sealed. But the Norpex here that we're in, it's a series of collapses. So we're going to go through quite a few of these. Gary's working his way through there. So I'll see you on the other side. Right, we're still very much in the dig, and we've just come through another collapse there. But you can see now this is the mine was worked in the 1890s to 1920s by the Vale Montague Company, who are after zinc, amongst other things. And these are the concrete arches that they pulled in. And some places you can actually see, there's it, Gary, what I found. You can see newspaper that was used to line the buildings. And there's some I've never seen before. There we go. Just coming into a wider part of the mine. Got the remains of some metal that was used to keep water off people's heads. Besides forming its own formations with the iron. Nothing big. But yes, this would have been a passing place for the carts. One coming out, one going on, they can pass here. And at the end, we have another raise with some secondary mineralisation. Looks like zinc. Well, it's not zinc itself, it's one of the products that's in the vein, along with zinc, so I've been told. Let me know in the comments if you know any different. But there's our pipe again. You can see much, but there you go. So we'll now continue on.
None shall pass.
None shall pass. This is actually one of the doors that's still in place, and you can actually see where they cut through it to gain access once the people had disappeared from here. So, yeah. Right, so here we can see one of the devices used by the Norpex group when they were digging here, and they placed these sort of handmade rails to go down and roll stuff out. This is one of the stumps. A bit more water getting down it than usual at the moment, it seems. There we go. Never look down there. Yeah, just a bit too rough, so there we go. And now continue. Yeah, you can see here, past repair, this raise up there, which the water has come down, and they put these beams across in an attempt to stabilise it, and it's worked for a very long time. Yes, there's a lot of water drops on you in this mine. It's not the sort of trip to do if you like to stay dry.
Hello?
Is it dead? Oh well, appears to be dead. British Telecom, eh? Oh, that would explain it. Here's another one of the digs themselves, but you can see here what this one's holding up. It's come through the roof there. So, yeah, it's quite a bit of weight this thing is supporting. Gotta go through them. Yay! Right, once again we've come across this growth. Now some people say there's a mineral form and some people say this is a fungus, but if you touch it, it breaks very easily. So we think this particular one might be mineral. Let me know if you know about these things. Then we can know about these things. It's all a learning process. Right, carry on. So here is the legendary Thor's hammer. Now, under normal circumstances, we'd all show our manhood by lifting that, but not going to do it today. Unless you want to have a go at it. No, I don't think it does.
That'll do, mate.
Yeah, and this is a chamber. It has a few interesting things. This, as you can see, this shaft here is hard to raise. Is it a very poor state? I wouldn't go anywhere near that. That goes a long way down, that thing. And in the roof is still the chain and thingy, yeah, whatever you call them. And if we go down there, we can see its friend. We'll quickly nip down there and show you. Hello. You can't leave him for 5 minutes and he goes and takes a break in a kibble. Gary, what are you doing in there? Yeah, so that's the kibble that would have gone up and down that shaft, so nice to see it still surviving. And Gary really likes it because it's nice and comfy for him. There we go.
So it is.
Silly bugger. So it's just come through another cool and into the water here, and people ask why if our toes don't freeze off, and the answer is mostly no, because we wear wellies underneath the wellies. Here we have wet socks, which is the same as a wetsuit, but for your teeth, for your toes. And above them I got a normal pair of socks just to pad out the wellies more and make it even more comfortable. But here we go, the original box. There we go. Nice. And beyond there, it just gets really bad. So we're gonna go this way. Although you can see here, there's even here there's a lot of pressure on it. So a lot of steam in the air today as well. So off we go. Right, there's Gary, and if we look up slowly, we can see another one of these giant raises going way up. I can see the speed of the water falling down there. And that, there it goes, there's another drip. And it looks like the right hand side was where the ore came down. The wood's collapsed since, and the ore still remains. And the left hand side is where the people went up and down. Possible level there, don't know. Up behind that mess, could see some wood, don't know. Possible. But yeah, there's a few of these on this route. And this next section is just full of clay. It's very strange. But there we go. Alright, here's another one of these giant raises. They're incredible. You can see the stonework up there. Wow. Just incredible works of engineering, only seen by a few these days. But should be historically protected, these places. There's a hell of a lot of work went into this place, and now we're going to go there. You can actually see here, there's an arch former still in place. That metal ring is what they built the bricks around. Obviously it's shifted since construction. Good stuff.